So for part 2 of this letter form assignment, basically what we're doing, I don't know if I said this before in the last video, basically what we're doing is we're creating a logo icon with this letter form. So after we create this cool logo icon using this letter form, maybe we'll create a cool name to go with it with letter type down at the bottom. But we'll get there when we get there. So for this segment of the video, what I want to show you how to do is to outline these letter forms. Right now, they are in type form, right? I can take my type tool, highlight it, and retype it. I can go to edit, check spelling, and check the spellings, check the spelling, and it acts like a letter form. I can edit it, etc., etc. What I want to do, though, to fully manipulate this, right now the only way that I can manipulate this is to change color. I can highlight it and change the font to a different font. We already did that, right? I can give it an outline color or a stroke color, right? Because remember, this is the fill and this is the stroke color. Okay, and I can increase the stroke size. All right, so here's my stroke. I can increase the stroke size. So these are ways that I can manipulate this object or this letter or this type as it's in type form. I can scale it, I can squish it, scale it, squish it. I can go to the corner and rotate it, right? That's pretty much all I can do, and there might be a few other little things that I can do with it, but that's it. And there will be reasons why you want to keep it in its letter form. If you're going to retype stuff, if you're going to run a spell check, if you need to retype it, somebody changes their mind of what, if it works for a headline or body copy, you always want to be able to go back and edit that as type, okay? But we're making a logo icon. This we're not going to go back and spell check and retype. We're going to start treating this like a custom drawn shape, starting with the letter form as a base, okay? So to start manipulating this letter form like an object, we have to convert it to its basic outlines, okay? And what I mean by basic outlines is these lines that go around at these points, these corners, these anchor points. You know, when you draw a rectangle, okay, it has lines right here, vector lines and points, okay? And you can take those points with your white arrow tool. You can take those points and you can move those points around, right? Or you can grab that line and you can move that line around. There's a lot of different types of manipulation that you can do custom when it's in its outlined form. You can't do that with type. The only thing that's selecting is the whole letter form. I can't select the individual lines and the individual points and anchors on here. So I have to convert this to a basic object or an outlined form. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. And this is how you turn type into an outline. And once you do that, you can't go back and edit it because it's not a letter form. It's not type. All right, it just turns into a shape. So take this letter S, take your letter form or your letter, and then to convert it to outlines, go to Type, Create Outlines. And this is something you would do as a designer quite often. You'll start with letter forms and then you'll customize them and make them unique for a logo or something. You'll get used to finding this create outlines. So what I'm getting at is there's a great key command right here, Shift Command O. So if I go to Shift Command O while it's selected, it will convert it to its outlines. Now notice the line underneath, which represented the baseline of like the type, is gone, and it's being selected like just a whole shape. And if I zoom in here, okay, and take my white direct select tool, I can see my individual points and individual lines. Okay, and I can start to manipulate this in funky ways. All right, oh, it's a seahorse. And it's already an S, right? There you go. So if you want to use a seahorse, this is a good place to start, right? But it might be helpful to go onto Google and reference what a seahorse actually looks like so that it doesn't look too ridiculous. Okay? But there you go. Now the name of your company is Seahorse Design, right? All right, I'm going to undo that. Okay? But now you can see I can take those points, or I can take these lines and move them out. Okay? Take this one, grab that line, hold down Shift so it comes out straight. Okay? If I wanted to bring this one point up, I could go like that. All right? And try not to be so random with these ideas and these manipulations. Put a lot of thought into it. You know, like maybe it does start out randomly like it did with that seahorse, but then you're, oh great, I could make an S into a seahorse. That's totally logical, and that's totally doable. So take it one step further and look at what a seahorse looks like and try and make a really cool S that looks like a really cool seahorse. Don't just be like, oh, brr, 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 and do some random crud and call it good. Okay? Try and make it awesome. All right, so that's converting that to outlines. And I'll go ahead and I'll do that to the rest of them. I'm just going to keep this black. I don't want it all these different colors, so I'll make it black for now. We'll worry about colors later. This one, I'll hit Shift Command O, and now it is in its outlined form. Again, type, create outlines, Shift Command O. And then here I'll just do the key command again. All right, so now I'm going to save this, update the save, so I'll go File, Save, and I'll end this video segment and we'll jump into the 4 different types of manipulations that we need to do for this assignment.